Hey everyone, welcome to Lambies Travels. I'm going to try and do a video once a week, give you an update on what we've been up and doing because I'm really just struggling, as I said about a week ago, getting vlogs done. It's taken a long time, so I'm going to see if this works. I apologise in advance for the audio on this. I've been having a bit of an experiment. The audio recording's not great, so we'll see if we can get that fixed for next time. So so it's now Monday the 28th. We're in southern France, and we just started a new sit. I want to really give you a little bit of background as to where we've come from, what we've been doing, and so we flew into Spain in the middle of April. Just to give you a bit of an idea, Madrid. We made our way, we flew into Valencia and did a house sit there for a week. Really nice. We made our way up the coast here to Tarragona. You may have seen some photos of Tarragona and Salou, a place called Reus, which is where Antonio Gaudi's from. And then we came up here to Sitges, stayed by the beach a few days, then went through. We didn't stop in Barcelona. Came up here to, this is Girona in here. Caught the train up to Girona, picked up a hire car, and then headed down to this area near the coast, San Feliu de Guixol, which is where we sit for a couple of weeks. Where we didn't have the dog, little Ollie, with his mum and dad. And from there, we caught a bus up here to, I'll zoom out a little bit, here through Perpignan. This is the French-Spanish border, and Carcassonne for a few days, which was lovely, which we'll cover in a sec. And then we've got a train up here to an area around Nimes in the south of France, and this is where we're hanging at the minute. So yeah, the last week's been really interesting. When I reviewed it, I was really surprised at how much we've actually done. I just thought I'd do a few photos. This is little San Feliu de Guixol beach, which is a lovely little town, very Spanish town, and we really like it down there. And then, as I said, we moved on. Actually, no, our homeowners came back last Sunday, a day earlier than what we thought they were coming, and we decided on the Monday to take a day trip, little hillside town called Bagua. It was really, really nice. The weather wasn't great, but I had to park, as a lot of these villages, I had to park outside of the city and walk in. And it had a beautiful little old town, an old ruined castle, hill. There's a lot of places around here. This is the Costa Brava area of Spain, which is Rocky Coast, that stands for, and it's certainly true. And this was the view from the castle, and it was really a misty day, but had some fantastic views, and made our way down. This is actually a little beach called Sarriera. We drove down the road down here, and then we did a walk along the coast here and around, which I think I've got some photos of in a sec. This is just parts of the old town. A lot of the locals headed off in the mid-1800s to Cuba and made their fortune, and came back and built a magnificent home. So it's quite an interesting little place. Here's one of those types of homes, one of the locals made. And there's the castle up on the hill and some of the large homes. Then that's part of the coast. There's a walkway. This is part of the walkway here. The walkway goes all the way up the coast. It's called the Camino Ronda, and you can walk, I don't know how many hundreds of kilometres up the coast, and it's really nice walks along there. So we made our way to Carcassonne. This is our first view of Carcassonne, which is old town and the castle. I'll explain the yellow paint in a minute. We were staying near the square, the local square, which was really nice. And I don't know how to get rid of this. There we go. At an old town, new town, which is really an old town, which was in the 16 or 1700s, outside of the walled city, which was up on a hill where the local nobility lived. So it was a walled city as well. and this is on the little bridge that goes across to Carcassonne. These yellow stripes are actually from a art installation that's been enforced on them from Paris for May to September. So a local artist, that's actually like wallpaper man's put on, which really detracts from it. When you walk up closer to the castle, you view from a particular angle, see what it all means, and this is what all those individual splurges of yellow actually come together to form. So it really was quite interesting. It takes away a little bit from the whole aesthetic of the castle. It was interesting, the artist having put all that together. So this is a photos of Carcassonne. That's the Arts Museum. We ended up and spent a nice day up there. A few hours, walked up the hill, wandered around. This is the Narbonne Gate. There's one entrance into the walled city, and the usual buskers stand there. Something if you give some money. This is the chateau within the walls. There's had various owners and different variations. Actual original city walls from Roman times. So here's us just enjoying our time around the castle. I went a bit crazy taking photos. Just took a photo of this nameplate to give an idea of the time period we're talking about. Fancy hotel inside the walls. Inside the city now, really no one lives there. It's just shops and hotels and things. This is the Saint Nazaire's Church, which had some magnificent stained glass windows. They're doing a lot of renovation in there. It was really magnificent. The thing that's really unique about here is that have dual wall system. This exterior wall was to form a secondary defence, and if that was breached, then the invaders would be actually trapped in this void area and be seen to. So it's really substantial. It goes all the way around the castle. We wanted to walk around the rampart. We had to do that the next day. Here is a secure area that went down from the castle, and where this church is, there used to be a big round support building. You could go out to the river here to get water, so they had a secure access to get water for the castle. Photos. This little dining area. I quite like this sign. Reminds me of old medieval times. Lots of laneways and things. And then this is actually a view from the road bridge to the castle. This here is the walk bridge where you get where the only pedestrian traffic is. So that was really lovely. And also the Carcassonne is on the Canal du Midi, which is a canal that joins from Bordeaux, the Atlantic Ocean, into the Mediterranean. And the canal boats and boats tour along there. I've got a couple of photos later. Back the second day to go into the chateau proper because it was closed the day before. We couldn't get onto the ramparts and walk the walls, so we had to come back the next day. It was because of a strike. So this is a big theatre that's inside the castle that do shows in the summer, and it's only a fairly recent addition. I think it was built in the 1950s. And it's not ancient. It's not an ancient Roman theatre or anything. It's the big church that we had the stained glass windows in before, Saint Nazaire's, fantastic thick cathedral. And walking on the walls, more views. This is a barbican which was protecting the chateau. The bridge in the old days was a drawbridge. And if the invaders got into this section, they were then trapped, had no secure or no covered area, so they could be attacked from the castle directly. It's a pretty cool design. And what are these? Nice restaurants inside the castles for lunch. Lots of nice squares, the gardens, and a few houses that are in there you can sort of look into from the rampart. And yeah, it's a very, very cool place to visit. We did a little tour on the Canal du Midi, all these plane trees along the river, so that was very pleasant. This is the port area. through one of the many locks that you have to go through to get up and down the canal. This boat here, actually, we were chatting to the owner, an Australian guy who lives on the canals now virtually for 6 months a year. And his wife from Sydney originally. To finish things off, there's the castle up magnificently in the evening. And then the Arts Museum also up at night. And the really nice Neptune fountain that's in the square right next to where we were staying. So, so that's we've been up to this week. We arrived at our house sit, excuse me, on was it Friday? And we've been spending time with the homeowners. We've been out in the countryside a little bit, but the weather's been a bit nasty on us, so they've left, just getting settled in, our cats, and we'll be exploring this part of southern France over the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks. So we'll join us. I'll try and do a shorter video next time. It was meant to be 5 minutes. I've gone a little bit over, but it's fine. We'll work on that, and I'll get the sound sorted out too. So thanks for viewing. This will be on YouTube, and you can subscribe. I think somewhere down there it'll say subscribe, and get notifications when I do these. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you all again a week's time. Okay, for now.